Yeah, just showing that character comfort. Level 94 on that Sidra is a lot of time invested into that character. The next highest on the screen is Fozey, the level 51. And if I'm Fozey, I'm going to be a little bit nervous about this matchup, in particular because we saw in the winners final how deadly the other team, Akno and Blaze, was at taking Fozey off stage and just deleting stocks. Expect the same from Pavelski. Pavelski doing so much work in the opposite.
Yeah, if Fozey wants to extend those edgeguard situations longer and longer, Pavelski and the Ninja yeah, they want that. That's exactly what they want you to do. And Fozey starting with the Scarlet, something that he's been struggling with in several sets now, where he's been forced to make the swap onto the Yumiko. So we'll see how quickly he makes that swap. It was like last set, they lost 2 games. And it was in that final game that they lost where they swapped over on to the Yumiko. See if the swap happens earlier in this set. We're going to Crystal Temple.
Here we go, game number 1 of the losers final. Winner of this goes into the grand final. Loser goes home with a 3rd place finish and a nice physical prize from Steelseries. 3-piece coming out from Pavelski on the axe onto Fozey. Big side sig going to put Fozey in the offstage, and you see Fozey trying to recover high. Macheeete trying to give some coverage to the teammate, putting that pressure towards Pavelski.
Fozey over on the edge. Ninja not going to put out too much pressure aside from the cannonballs above Fozey's head. Ninja's just happy for Fozey to be there.
Yeah.
He's just going to trust Pavelski to take out Macheeete until that big anchor comes in.
And the return, getting extra damage. Fozey comes in, tries to hit the ground pound, anchors away, but does not find the mark onto either of the red team members. Pavelski still able to get the wall touch, both blue team members holding onto their stocks. Fozey finds a stomp side air.
This will likely be a knockout here, unless Pavelski does some goofy stuff, like the gravity cancel side signature on the edge. And then he went for another one in the middle of the stage.
Yeah. Oh, the weapon toss. The axe weapon toss from Macheeete actually going to put Pavelski into the mark for that side air from Fozey to finish off the first stock of Pavelski. Red team with the stock advantage as Macheeete not too damaged. Still going to survive for a little while longer.
The wake up
Let's speak.
gravity cancel down signature from Ninja. That was sick. Covering that stacked option as Macheeete went in on him.
He's from Pavelski on to Macheeete. Fozey starting to bleed out a little bit here. Gotta be careful about that. But Macheeete is doing a good job just putting out damage in all directions.
People just need to stop getting near Pavelski when he's unarmed on the edge. He's hit more D-Light ground pounds in just like the past 2 sets, and I think we've seen this entire weekend, and likely will see going into South America as well. Maybe even continuing into next weekend.
And the gravity cancel side signature as well from Pavelski. Last one left on his second stock. Fozey the most damaged on the final. See the blue team starting to motion towards Fozey, but I don't think this blue team really cares enough to go like straight onto one singular prison. Like they just want to put as much damage out everywhere.
Finally, there comes the dare from Fozey, enough to take out Pavelski off the top. They have a chance to put some damage onto the Ninja. A single dare came out. It was from Ninja onto Macheeete. They weren't able to do hardly anything with that power play.
Oh, but some good axe plays from Macheeete. Doesn't need the power play to put some damage onto Pavelski. Risky play with that slide charge neutral signature, but not going to get punished from Macheeete.
You can kind of see the red team leaning more towards Ninja. They're not completely tunnel visioning that. Pavelski. Oh, he found the dare. Nothing from Fozey? Are you crazy? Not even a weapon toss from Fozey?
Oh no. He avoids the weapon toss. He's lucky he didn't slide just a little bit higher because you know Pavelski was waiting for the opportunity for the downlight into the ground pound again. Denying the weapon, it's going to be the stomp side air. Pavelski closes out game number 1 for the team. 728 damage put out from Macheeete.
Yeah, he's definitely doing a lot of work that game. You saw it all throughout. It wasn't focused on any singular stock, just consistently outputting damage, finding knockouts throughout that entire game. He played really well. Not like Fozey necessarily played that bad. Like we've seen Fozey play worse games today, So that was pretty middle of the road. If he could step it up just a little bit and get anywhere near what Macheeete is doing, they can take that. I think there was a critical mistake last game when Pavelski was over on the edge. Fozey was really high in the air. He didn't have time to go in with like a ground pound or any major KO move, but I think he had a hammer in his hands. He could have thrown that down. Anything, something to put some pressure onto Pavelski after he got the KO on a Macheeete.
Yeah. I think Fozey was a little bit nervous there. You saw how like just timid Fozey was to go in for the offstage against Pavelski, and I think that's 100% the reason why he kind of just let Pavelski get away with that knockout onto his teammate. Now we're seeing him go in for the offstage with the lances. Pavelski trying to get the wake-up ground pound, finds the connection. Fozey going to rotate over to the right side. Pavelski trying to chase as best he can, but just doesn't. Oh, he does find the hit with the side sig.
Big early KO. Had a lot of damage on that stock, so not necessarily that early in terms of damage, but early in terms of timing. Pavelski waiting. He delayed his recoveries.
No!
Is he going to get another one? Okay.
Why?
Fozey's able to
Pavelski!
get back. He doesn't care. Like, he got the first stock on Fozey, and he's like, yeah, I got that. I could be risky.
He'll have a person dead to rights, right? He'll hit him with the downer, and then he'll chase after, pick up the hammer, and then try to get another recovery, whiff, and then get turned on. That is the second time that has happened from Pavelski as he goes again for the offstage onto Fozey.
Pavelski seems like the guy to get his paycheck in the mail and then go and blow it on scratchers because he might be able to make more money. And sometimes, he hits.
High risk, high reward.
Sometimes he hits.
Yeah, sometimes he finds that $10 scratcher. Big neutral sig, team combo, can't quite connect onto the side signature. Slight advantage to the blue team as the Ninja729 just lost his first stock. Oh, anchor hit. Teammate, Pavelski just goes for the turnaround.
Who gets hit by something like that and then chooses to down air, down and right to the bottom right corner? Who does that?
Especially when you're like basically off screen in that position, and he's just like, all right, is there someone I could potentially kill? Here he goes again, gets the recovery. That's what he's been looking for as he chases. Why did you chase for that one? But he's gonna get back up safely. Pavelski, he plays with fire. He's a child who would light firecrackers and hold them in his hands.
He'll get hit by something and be like, okay, here's where I am. Oh wait, you're here too? All right, let's run it. I'm gonna roll the dice and go for the KO here. And the statistics are in his favor, and that blows me away. The things he's able to do on the edge in the most dangerous of situations.
Macheeete now has to fight against the 3 stocks of the blue team. Team combo comes out. Oh, just barely misses the down air, but damage has been done. Side sig to finish off game number 2. And I expect a Yumiko to come out with Fozey.
So Pavelski sort of made his name heavily as a guitar player. Like in the beginning, that's what everybody knew him for, those big guitar plays. Why wasn't he playing heavy weapons all along, man? I want to... This Taros, he's doing amazing things with this Taros, especially because we're in a heavy weapon meta. He needs to just keep playing heavy weapons.
Yo, imagine like a Pavelski on Sentinel. Like best of both worlds. Plus, Sentinel's got a good signature kit, but either way, I'm loving what I'm seeing from Pavelski. I think there was a lot of growing pains with this, though, because Pavelski played Taros in low-tier city, and I didn't quite see it the way that I'm seeing it right now.
Yeah, something's definitely fired him up this tournament, because he is playing... He's playing more recklessly, but also way better. I can't even say that correctly, because the way he's playing, it's scrambling my brain. I don't know how you play this well.
English just got way better.
I don't know how you play this well, and I don't know how you play against this either.
I mean, it's definitely one of those play styles where, like, you get no room to breathe. And so you have no time to think about it and go, oh, I need to do this against it. Instead, he's just barreling onto you at all points in time. It is unfortunate that the red team is red, that Fozey and Macheeete are wearing red, because of course Pavelski is that bull, chasing them all down. Downlight side air puts Macheeete off screen, ground pound to beat out the recovery, and he's looking for another one. Gravity cancel sidelight, guy?
That's not even going to be the knockout option. Like, that's going to send Macheeete really far over to the right side, but he's still going to go for it.
just goes for whatever hits.
He's like Chosen Bot.
Yeah, I kind of think of that. Weapon toss thrown out by Macheeete. Pavelski going for the unarmed onto Fozey. Fozey does get the wall touch, but Pavelski's still there, putting damage onto Fozey. He's challenging a hammer unarmed off stage and winning.
Still finding their way back into this, though. We're about a minute and a half in. Everybody's on their second stock. Macheeete and Fozey just a little bit behind.
You know what I just realized?
What?
This is the salty run back. Fozey and Macheeete is the team that put Pavelski and the Ninja729 into the loser's bracket. And Pavelski and the Ninja729 making this look almost a little free right now, considering they're one game away from 3-0ing Fozey and Macheeete. The weapon
Yo,
the down
I can't believe that down air hit. That was like a stack down air and the ground pound to finish it up.
Goes for the gravity cancel neutral
What
light.
a weird option.
Cannon weapon toss.
Yo, big blast.
And he's immediately swinging onto Macheeete after getting that knockout onto Fozey. Nice big side air. They keep the stock count close. They can almost get the stock off the Ninja. That side air is still not enough.
Going over the right side, grabbing the weapon spawn, stomp side air from Fozey. Just a raw ground pound's gonna hit, and the weapon toss, and a ground pound, and a weapon toss.
Still gonna get the touch. Pavelski going for the turnaround. Macheeete gets the wall touch, and the disengage.
And Pavelski definitely got the better of that. Even though Macheeete hit him like 4 times, 2 of them were weapon tosses, so there's not a lot of damage there. Pavelski found a lot of unarmed damage and got the knockout. Fozey stuck in the 1v2 while Pavelski and Ninja are up 2-0.
And you talked a little bit about Pavelski's weapon tosses. That last weapon toss was picture perfect right along the path of the recovery. But it's going to be the Ninja who finishes off the last stock of the blue team with the weapon toss. And that's Pavelski and the Ninja729 going into the grand finals, waiting it out 3-0 over Fozey and Macheeete.
So I think the biggest difference in Pavelski from low-tier city to Steelseries championship is the Bulgarian flag in the game. That is the only explanation.
That's
now that that's been added into the game and he literally has the flag on his back, that's awoken him. That is completely different Pavelski now.
That added pressure of representing all of Bulgaria is what he needed.
So we're going to be going up. What now?
When we had offline events, was he one of the people who would bring a flag? Like there were a couple people.
I mean, he hasn't
who would bring flags
really
to
been
events.
to that many. He went to BCX. I'm 99% sure he didn't bring it there.
Yeah.
And he was at